on another plane. Another dimension. Follow me into total insanity. Hello. Welcome to Superfly's Domain, Total Insanity Special Edition. Let's get the music back in here. Thank you. Now, I would like to... How do I turn this down? I don't know. That's okay. I can compete with it, because that's what we do up in here. So you may have noticed we're having some errors coming in. We're having lots of new setups today. Always thinking you got what's right tested, and then it goes weird. But that's the same old story here. Cut the music. Let's get back our friendly old music, at least for now. You guys need some familiar Total Insanity. And now, just because I'm here, just because Leo and Phil are out today, doesn't mean that we aren't going to have a good time. You can see I got some video games queued up on one of my monitors here. Over there. Over there, wow. But that's for later. That's a sec. This isn't a video game stream. This is only a partly video game stream. First, let's say what's up to my main bros over here. Let's get out of studio mode. Al, how you doing over there?
I'm doing good. You can see we're here in the server space. This is kind of unfamiliar territory to us. Oh, actually, let's have this background right now. This is kind of unfamiliar territory to us. And, well, we're chilling with you today, but I have to say, I'm not sure about this. So far, this start's a little bit shaky, man. I don't know if you have what it takes to do the whole show alone. That's what I got.
Well, that's why I got you guys to help me out. But, well, it's the best. Dude, I don't know about this, man. So far, you can see, it's really missing the dual co-hosts. It's really, you can see, anyway, let's move along. Okay, thank you, guys. I have to wear my glasses today, otherwise I can't see. Normally, you know, I'm going like that. Anyway. Okay, so on the show for today, we still got a Francis and Friends coming in. We still got... These feel weird. We still got a lot of stuff coming in. This is the Nathaniel Superfly hacker takeover. And, dude... It's already taking me too long, but don't forget I'm going to read this sunroof home. I have a beautiful camera set up over here, but guess what? Check this out. None of it's set up right. Guys, check this. The sunroof poem, here we read. Today's poem is Equality, Parallelism. This is the good camera. I've got to adjust this. There's lag. Let's change the music. Okay. Equality is mono. Equality is parallel. And parallel to move together in the beautiful sameness of opposite direction. Destiny. I'm not in opposition to the world. I'm not a part of it. I may be parallel to it, but I am moving in the opposite direction. Are you and the earth the same? Sameness is not the natural change, naturalized by the natural being. Be aware, some choose to serve the supernatural rather than the natural. Be it so because they were so grafted into the natural, apart and yet apart. the supernatural is. A supernatural which is not. Basically, of the natural. And that, my friends, is today's Sun-Ra poem. So you may be wondering where Leo and Phil are. Well, I don't know where Leo is, but Phil is on some type of secret vacation. He's chatting in, as you can see. So he's still with us here in the digital realms. This never got set up. I'll set it up later when I'm doing something. Let's not get bogged down with that. I basically wanted this angle for here, for here, and they're in the server space over here. Okay. We don't need to know any of that. We got a hall cam. Oh yeah, the hall cam, dude. We can spy on Jonathan, see what's going on out here in the hall cam. You never know what might happen on the hall cam. This is a separate thing I don't need to worry about. And we still got Skunk Ape in here. We can call him up in here. Okay, it's been enough chatting. It's been enough talking. You're like, Leo, where are you? Nathaniel Superfly, who is this guy? Let's get to the show. Well, look, I'm up on the screen now. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, let's get right to it. I won't bore you with Walter Benjamin reading quite yet, but first we have let's call in Skunk Ape. Actually, I need some extra support here. Oh yeah, you guys don't know who Jonathan is. He's not part of the he's not part of the Total Insanity world. Jonathan, my friends, is my he's like the shared room tenant. He shares the Total Insanity Freakout Studio space as a roommate. And that, my friends, is that. Okay, I can't help but feel like, well,
Nate, let's get to it. Let's call Superfly. I mean, Skunk Ape. They both start with S. I got distracted.
Okay, let's do it. From swamp and forest depths unseen, hidden deep amongst the green, we cast and ask for help and humble. Skunk Ape, please assist our trouble. We don't really have trouble today, we just kind of want to hang out. Oh, dude, you're already here. You're already freaking here.
You know it, man. I knew you need some help today, dude. And so I'm coming in. We can discuss, I heard you have nothing set up right today. Because you always start too late when you think you have enough time.
I mean, I can't say that that's... This isn't my wheelhouse, man. I run the server space, I run the cybersecurity. But we're going to talk about FFTs. FFTs. Do you guys know what FFTs are? Tell me in the chat, have you ever heard of FFTs? I bet Phil's heard of FFTs from Dr. Nathan Wallach. Now, what is this? What the hell is that? Okay, at least this is working. Now, you may have heard FFTs, fast Fourier transforms, correct? Check this out. This is, this is great German chart here. So for everybody that understands German, you can definitely enjoy that. We also have, so basically getting to the discussion of FFTs. I'm sure this is riveting information for you, but I will say that basically FFTs, well, you know what? I kind of got obsessed with these lately. Not really digging into the mathematics of it, because that's too hard for me. But they basically... Why does it keep giving me the fast Fourier transform of the South? Because I put an S. You're supposed to be Google Gemini. You're supposed to be not dumb. But you are dumb. Because you're not a human being. But I don't want to diss you. Anyway, that's a whole other discussion for anti-AI times. What I do need to tell you, it's an algorithm that can convert a signal into a frequency representation. So to make that simplified for all you guys out there, Skunk Ape, you wanna help simplify this a little bit?
Well, mate, everything, if you take an audio signal, an audio sound information, if you take this and apply these fast Fourier transforms, these mathematical algorithms, if you take visual information and apply these algorithms, if you take three-dimensional time and space information and apply these algorithms, everything can be broken down into sine and cosine waves. Well, dude, that's all well and good.
But what's that supposed to mean, bro? Sine waves, cosine waves, everything in the universe is waves. That's what I'm getting at. Everything can be broken down to sine and cosine waves. Why do you need to know this? Well, because it's interesting. And well, because you can go and you can look at this circle and you can say, hey, look at this. This gives me all the mysteries of the universe. I can decode reality. I can decode three-dimensional time and space, break it down into these sine and cosine waves. The sine and cosine waves reflect the duality of nature. They reflect the duality. Think about it. The sine and cosine waves. The waves are offset. I'm not going to get too much into the mathematics. When you imagine electrons vibrating, when you imagine magnetic polarity, positive and negative, when you imagine electric polarity, positive and negative charges of atoms, of different things, when you see all the waves, the dualities, the frequency, the oscillation, the up and down, when you go to the ancient texts and you read about the spanda karika and divine pulsation vibration, when you read about the consciousness of modern science and the quantum mechanics, when you look at the sun and day, the sun and the moon, the night and the day, the up and the down, the left and the right, the back and the forth, the oscillations, the vibrations, everything can be broken down into this. And this is, my friends, is what I wanted to tell you for today. And now we can move on to the next thing. Chat, I'm going to need you to tell me, I'm going to need you to say what you think of everything. I'm going to need you to diss me. If it needs to be dissed, I'm going to need you. I'm Superfly. I keep it real here. I understand, dude. This is new for me. Don't I got my co-host? I'm talking about fast Fourier transforms. Come on, dude. Anyway, now I want to go into Walter Benjamin, but I can't. Dude, this is becoming an educational teaching lesson. So before we get into all that, I want to give you a dose of pure entertainment, pure comedy, pure brilliance. And that, my friends, is this week's episode of Francis and Friends.
It's Francis and Friends, Francis and Friends, always together, but that only depends if they haven't been fighting or want to compete. It's a world of friendship, fulfilled and complete. Start with each other from now to the end. This is the story of Francis and Friends.
Last time on Francis and Friends. Everyone was so over being detained in detention, except for Francis, who was happy he was no longer falling victim to the pits. Everyone was bored out of their minds. Well, either that, or they completely lost their minds. Joey was reciting all of his favorite commercials. Would you look at this?
How many cans of frosting did you use?
Just what? No way. Archibald was trying to bribe his way out. I'll give you 1,000 pounds. Nearly 5 years' wages.
1,000 pounds? I'm a teacher, not a forklift operator.
Francis was sitting there completely motionless. And I do mean was, because he seemingly popped out of existence.
Where'd he go?
Francis found himself in the middle of a giant labyrinth. Ugh, I don't have time for this. Francis spent hours trying to get out of there. In the process, he passed by 7 boys and 7 girls. They all laughed at him for looking so lost. He was so angry, he secretly wished some sort of cowboy would take care of them. But this wasn't the Wild West. That was when he bumped into Theseus, who looked like he knew where he was going, although his bloody sword worried Francis. Are you going to kill me?
Μην έτσι φόβο εσώ γκίαιμ δεν εσύ πρώτα σώ.
Good. If you try to cut me, I'll be very mad with you.
Τρέλη. Ο θάιμος στη σύφορζα φίλια ντίνινα.
I just want it all to be over. Make it quick.
Ζήτα στη ζήση στο στέρνα. Εμέου εσέ εστία να μη σε νάει το ζέκνα σου λατέλα ιντίν το λογκαράια ζαΐς.
Francis followed him all the way onto his ship. He kept asking if this was really Theseus's ship. Everyone was shouting at him for questioning them, and they tied him up and brought him to the plank.
Καπόια τελευταία η αλόγια.
He's so Greek to me. With a single push, Francis was in free fall, an uncomfortable yet familiar feeling. Just as he was about to hit the water, he jolted awake at his desk. He thought I was in the pit again. Wait. This was all just a dream? So none of it really happened. Was this not the biggest waste of an episode? Find out next time on Francis and Friends.
Great, Francis and Friends. As Ralph Film says, best one yet. Best one yet. Best one yet. What do we got? You can see I'm really confused, you guys. We got Toe Jam and Earl up here. Okay. I have to be fair, I didn't pay attention to any of that episode because I was setting up things. This music's too loud. I realize I can't control volume of music through the browser, and that's something that needs to be worked out. What's the hall cam? Nothing's happening in the hall cam. Absolutely nothing is happening. Why would it? Why would anything be happening in the hall cam? Now, what do we have next on the docket? Well, you know what time it is. And that time is well, actually, you don't know what time it is. Al's Academic Academy. And with that, Al, can you enlighten us today on some of your, what do you have to teach us today, my dear friend?
Well, Nathaniel Superfly, Al B, stop flapping your mouth. Okay, now, today, we have the discussion continuing our theoretical Walter Benjamin Art in the Age of Technological Reproduction. Now, where did that document go? Here we have the work of art in the age of technological reproducibility. I'm going to go ahead here and add in this image source here. So if I go and I put, let's see, Nate, can you go up, bring me in a screen capture. Bring me in a window. Nah, make that an application capture. Make that preview. There we go. Okay, that's good enough. We're not gonna make it perfect. Now, let me get above this. Okay. So you can see here, asbestos, please get out of the way. So, if you remember from last time, we read section 1, section 2. That might be too long. I think I'm going to read this first part. Nate, would you like to take it away in your human voice?
Oh, well, sure. Well, okay, if you remember, we were talking about the introduction to this. In principle, the work of art has always been reproducible. Objects made by humans could always be copied by humans. Replicas were made by pupils in practicing for their craft, by masters in disseminating their works, and finally by third parties in pursuit of profit. But the technological reproduction of artworks is something new. Having appeared intermittently in history at widely spaced intervals, it is now being adopted with ever-increasing intensity. Graphic art was first made technologically reproducible by the woodcut, long before written language became reproducible by movable type. The enormous changes brought about in literature by movable type, this is, the printing press and all that, the technological reproduction of writing are well known, but they are only a special case, though an important one, of the phenomenon considered here for the perspective of world history. In the course of the Middle Ages, the woodcut was supplemented by engraving and etching, and the beginning of the 19th century by lithography. Asbestos Albatross, would you like to take it away? Now, would you like to start moving your mouth again? Oh, sure, okay. Well, what the hell is lithography? That marked a fundamental new stage in technology of reproduction. This much more direct process, distinguished by the fact that the drawing is traced onto a stone rather than incised on a block. Why is he going into the technology of lithography right now? I guess I did ask what it was, but let's move along. I thought we were talking about reproduction, but okay. Rather than copperplate, first made possible graphic art, yada yada yada. Yeah, okay. Lithography enabled graphic art to produce. Dude, you don't sound very enthused about this. Well, don't you know I'm not loving this art stuff, but okay. Okay, I'll finish it then. It began to keep pace with movable type, but only a few decades after the invention of lithography, graphic art was surpassed by what's new? Photography. For the first time, photography freed the hand from the most important artistic tasks in the process of pictorial reproduction. People did not have to, no longer did painters have to try to replicate the natural world. They could have a perfect photograph of the natural world. What becomes of painting now? Modernism develops. Anyway, for the first time, photography freed the hand from the most important artistic tasks in the process of pictorial reproduction, tasks that now developed upon the eye alone. And since the eye perceives more swiftly than the hand can draw, the process of pictorial representation was enormously accelerated so that it could now keep pace with speech, just as the illustrated newspaper virtually lay hidden within lithography. So the sound film was latent in photography. You can see how film naturally develops from the photograph. And he will talk about film more in this essay. So, before I go on a tangent about reproducibility of photorealistic stuff, let me finish this paragraph here. The technological reproduction of sound was tackled at the end of the last century. Around 1900, technological reproduction not only had reached a standard that permitted it to reproduce all known works of art, profoundly modifying their effect, but it also captured a place of its own among the artistic process. Engaging this standard, we would do well to study the impact in which its two different manifestations, the reproductions of artwork and art of the film, are having on art in its traditional form. Any questions? I see a similar thing happening with video games today. Think about how they try to get better graphics, good graphics, better and better graphics. Well, guess what? What happens when they can mimic into the natural world completely? What happens when the game can be like photography? Then truly the other forms develop, just as they did in painting and sculpture and art. How many viewers do I have? I lost all the viewers. This is Superfly's domain. This ain't your everyday show, but we have some video gaming for you. Dude, the time's going so slow. It's only 8:30? We just talked about the art and the age of mechanical reproduction, bro. What the... What's going on in the hall cam? We have nothing out here in the hall cam. Asbestos Albatross, could you go out here and please keep watch in the hall? Oh, yeah, you got it. I'll just perch right here on this railing on the corner. And, yeah, I'll just chill right there. Okay. Sounds good. Let's get rid of that. Ow. My dude. Okay. My dedicated viewers of the show. What do we have now? I guess we're gonna go into the gaming segment. I guess we're gonna go to the gaming segment. That's from Phil's 24 Hours of Music. If I could, I gotta just bring this stuff into my computer so I can turn it down. Let's see. Let's people. I see the hall is getting a lot of mystery. Let's see if I can go out in the hall for a second. Cables, dude. Cables, dude. Cables, dude. If you could only see how many cables are here. If you could only see how many cables are in this room. Okay. Now. I've come to realize I've underprepared for the show. I've come to realize I'm a half hour short. Okay, let's get to let's maybe video games can entertain you guys. Okay, we got Echo the Dolphin up here. Let's go. What is this? Let's get rid of this. Okay, we're gonna let's get the sound. Okay. Now I hear myself doubled. You guys probably hear doubled voice too. I don't know how to solve that. I don't know how to solve that. Why? This setup... Oh my god. Now it's being green screened out. Sometimes you think... See, this is what happens when you do a new setup. Sometimes you think everything's going to be... I tested this last night, bro. That's the same old story. I tested it. The viewers don't want to hear it anymore. They don't want to hear that crap anymore. They just want... Guys, do you have a game you want me to play? I'm gonna play Sonic 2. Because that Sonic 2, if we bring it back to the very first game I played. Maybe I don't know if it's the very first game I played. I may have played some random game before that. But it's the first game I owned, it's the first game I remember. It's Sonic 2. Quite frankly, it has the level Mystic Cave in it. How do I don't, okay. Why would my voice be doubling? Maybe if I mute. How is my voice doubling? Wait a second. I better pause this. This is getting audio from the HDMI of the Sega Genesis. And I'm capturing that. So how? Okay, it was capturing audio from my camera. It was turned on. Now we got to fix my... See, just having a moment to talk through it. That might have been boring for you guys, but now we have proper audio. So I don't know if it's fun for you guys to watch video gaming when you're used to super entertaining. I'm a pro at this game. I played this game a million times, and as I say that, I die. But you know, you can see here, Sonic is a lot like me, flying through the digital hacker space. Tails is a lot like Al B, tagging along, weak. Sorry, Al B. I'm doing. Let's see. Let's get this level. Honestly, bores me, too, bro. I've played this level so many times. You know how many times I've played? You know how many times I've played this level? I'm freaking bored with this level. Okay, let's run through it. Let's zip and zoom. And there, you can see, we've completed that. How do you like that one? How do you like that one, my boy?
Okay, pretty cool so far. Oh, you gotta continue. You didn't even get 100 rings. Very nice, very nice. Okay, back to the game, back to the game. Now we got Act 2. Oh, I'm still in that? Okay.
Guys, this is also kind of a test out of Superfly's Lair. Let's get into the discussion space. First of all, let me pause it again. Let me know in chat what you guys are up to. The first game I played was SpongeBob SquarePants game. I remember playing a SpongeBob SquarePants patty flipping game on the Nickelodeon website. Back when like the internet, they might still have it. They had all these like internet games on like Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. I don't know how much I need to lean into this. I tried to use my headset. The headset mic wasn't coming through. That's a whole nother problem I gotta figure out. So I have to lean into this a bit. Oh, I could have got that. I think I went too far back. Well, okay, that's fine. Here comes Robotnik. But anyway, I have, basically, there is potential spin-off stream. This is kind of like a test for the spin-off stream. While also delivering you your grand... Oh my god, dude. That was so bad. I never do that. I'm failing. Okay, I'm bored with this guy. How many times I gotta fight this guy?
Wow! He's in a machine like mine!
Well, dude, did he base his technology on yours?
How did he get alienation technology? Oh yeah, you guys, I forget I'm at the bottom of the screen so you can see me talk as Al. I forget these things. Okay. Guys, now that you see me
play 2 levels, would you like me to play more levels, or would you like me to play a different game? Or would you like me to try out random comedy that is unprepared? Voice your voice in the chat. Voice your vocals in the chat. Asbestos Albatross, how's the hall looking? Oh, the hall's looking pretty uneventful. Sometimes, people move throughout the hall. It looks like the camera shifted a bit. Looks like nothing's happening in the hall. Looks like I'll just hang on the floor. Okay, well that's fine. Skunk Ape, how you doing over there? Oh, just chilling.
And, dude, okay, get back to a game.
Okay, well. Now, different game. More Sonic levels. I got 2 different... let's see. I could play a different game. I don't know a game I can jump into quick. I'm sure there's plenty on the Sega Genesis. You know what? I'm gonna actually... Let's I think I can... I'm not gonna worry about saving a state. Oh, except I can. I didn't mean to... I'll just... Yeah, let's just do return to the main menu. And now... You guys see I'm looking in the opposite direction, but that's because I've got multiple. I've never played Road Rash 2, is that true? What's Road Rash 2? Is this... What's the game in, What's the game in Shenmue where you race? Is that this game? Whoa. How do I play? How do I drive? Why does that guy say Ralph? Is Ralph driving up here? These graphics are wild. Oh my god, it's super laggy though. I don't even mean the input, I mean the graphics and controls. I wouldn't say the controls are laggy. Okay. Holy, did you see that freaking vacationing car? Oh my god, the turning is insane. Look at the beautiful landscape. You can see Montana in the background. You can see, make sure you watch out for vacationing cars. You can see beautiful pine trees. You can see a car right there. Oh, we can see deer in the road. Perhaps reindeer men. Perhaps they'll become reindeer men once they're crashed into by a motorcycle. And they vow to take revenge against the human species. Ooh, 55-mile-per-hour speed limit. I see some beautiful barns on the side as well. There's a lot of beautiful landscaping around here. Whoa! I just got hit by a car. And you see how a vacationing family can just mess you up right there. I was doing so well, too. Now, I don't know how far I can go, but we're going to go as far as we can make it. Okay. Okay. This music's pretty good, actually. Am I gonna get copyright stricken for having video game music, even though everybody streams video games? Holy moly, Stromboli. I once ate a Stromboli. I should say more than once. Whoa! I once ate a Stromboli at Sbarro's Pizza at the Lake Square Mall when I worked at Books A Million, and I went on break, and I ate Strombolis. And I once met a guy named, what was his name? I forgot, but it started with an N. And he gave us free Quiznos, because he worked at Quiznos. I believe this is true. I once ate at Quiznos with Phil, maybe more than once, in DeLand. Oh, that's talking about Leo's memories, though. Sometimes I get, I'm Nathaniel Superfly. Sometimes I get being his alter ego. Sometimes I get both of our memories mixed up. They're kind of in an overlapping time-space FFT sine and cosine wave configuration. How long does this go? I feel like should I have crashed by now? I feel like in these old racing games I normally like die or crash by now. Okay. Let's dodge that guy. Get out of my face, you freaking fool. Get out of my face, you freaking... He's whipping me! Holy moly! Oh. The guy whipped me to death. Okay, well... Oh wait, it's not over? Wait, how long does this go? Does this go forever? I thought if I just sat there, I thought I had a time limit. That's my speed limit. Huh. This is interesting. Now I know that video game streaming, oh, I was so close. I got 4th place, that's not bad. Now I know that video game streaming is kind of a different beast than live comedy art streaming. So, I'm concerned. Whoa, look at Kakana. Stay cool, bruh. Me and you, we got no beef with you. That guy's my type of guy right there. That guy is my type of guy right there. Okay. Now, what do you guys vote for now? Do you guys vote for that I end the show because it sucks? Do you guys vote for that it doesn't suck that bad? Do you guys vote for a different game? Or do you guys vote for random talking? Oh yeah, whatever happened to Quiznos? Quiznos Sabs. When you're eating a delicious Quiznos Sab, you like to put disgusting meats on it. You like to put lots of vegetables. You like to put I suck at fighting games. You know what? I'm gonna say something controversial here. I don't like Tetris that much. Tetris is like, it might be like the greatest selling game of all time. I'm not sure. Tetris, it bores me. It doesn't bore me necessarily. I hate the squares, the shapes of the Tetris squares. They're so rigid. I hate them. Honestly, you can see Phil's helping out with the show through the chat. Let's do a new game. Put the topic out for chat to discuss. Discuss Tetris. I prefer Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. The beans are soft and bendable. Oh. Is Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine on here? It's not. I thought it was. Maybe it is. Maybe it's hiding. Right here. I'm not even saying Tetris is bad. I'm not saying I don't understand why it's beloved. I'm not saying that I think my opinion's like wrong. If an opinion can be wrong. Which they say can't. The point is, I don't really like Tetris. And I feel kind of a little beat up about it. Beans, beans. Let me give you some beans. That was too quick. They expect children to read this fast. Holy moly. Come to arms, my beauties. Okay. Nathaniel Superfly video game streaming Superfly's Lair. Coming. You know what? I think I'll do it this Thursday. And I think I'll just focus on just video game stuff. Excuse me, we can chat with some characters. And Total Insanity will be back again next week with your regularly scheduled, highly produced content. Not just content, but art. Oh, I know where today Leo had an interview. It was brief, but he had an interview for a grant for Thanks for the Stream. And so we'll see if he can secure funding. Because now that we don't have corporate sponsorship, I've never seen him do that much on me right at the beginning in the first level. But, we'll see if we can get some funding now that the corporate sponsorships have broken up. But I have to say myself, dude, I'm so happy that, I'm so happy that we can try to get alternative funding sources. I think that'll be better for all of us. And you can see my master abilities here should quickly defeat this dumb Robotnik robot. And we can soon declare victory over the forces of the guy that uses machines that copy the machines of Al. Chat. Tetris players nowadays play with gloves and sideways techniques. Just needs beak wax. Albie, you got anything to say about beak wax? Oh, you know, I still use beak wax. I said I used it before he sponsored. Beak wax is a trusted product that I always use, and I love beak wax. Beak wax, get it today, your local, anywhere, beak wax. Thank you, thank you. Okay, if I want to beat this guy in any type of quick time, I gotta start trying to set up some more yippies and yeehaws. So maybe if we... I'll wait on these reds. I'm waiting for a yellow now, though. Okay, so if we get... Okay, I'm gonna need a couple more yellows, actually. Maybe... Oh, no, I can do it with reds. And then the yellows will connect. Bada bang. Bada bang, bada bang. Then we can do that. Zip-a-zoom, zip-a-zoom. We do that. We bop it here. We bop it around. We bop it down. We dip down into the ding down. And we zip down into the zim round. We squiggle it this way, we squiggle it that, we squoggle it to and fro with the slip of a hat. Welcome to the Mean Bean Machine. I'm ready to fly. I just freaking shoved beans in that guy's eye. There you go. How you like them apples? We're gonna forget about that guy. We're gonna forget about Rock Guy for right now. Oh, Xbox Bob 11 watching. Cute seagull there. What's up, dude? I have to say this is an unusual episode for the show. Normally, it's kind of a produced comedy thing, but today we're doing some video game streaming in Superfly's Lair. We got about 10 minutes of the show left. You can see I vastly underprepared without other people to bounce off of, you know. What am I doing here? Let's turn this music down a little bit. Let's go to the rundown. What we got? We do have, I forgot to bring in what did we learn today. I made a whole new scene setup here. Well, that's okay, that's okay. Should I play another game, guys? What do I do? I'm asking the chat because you control the show now. This show is your show. If you want me to go dance in the hallway, if you want me to take off my pants in the hallway, if you want me to eat, if you want me to lick the floor, this is all, anything you want me to do, you can tell me what to do, and I can't guarantee that I will do it, but I will try my best. Now, Altered Beast, that's one I don't play that much. I know it's a very popular one. So let's go to Altered Beast. Look at that freaking crazy looking guy. Beast, man. Here you see the ancient wisdom of the Greek and Roman architecture. I command you to rise from your grave and rescue my daughter. Whoa, whoa, I was trying to set stuff up. I didn't realize I was playing already. Okay, so that's punch. That's kick. And that's jump. Kick that guy. Oh my god, I got hit by a wolf-headed, double-headed wolf. Harry Potter looking thing. From that thing that guards the trap door in Harry Potter. Spoilers, Harry Potter. First book, spoilers. I feel like, okay, I can duck. Of course I can duck. Freaking punch that guy. Don't even try to get me from the back. Can I run? Or do I just walk slowly as a big buff guy? What's my life? Is that on the bottom? Am I about to be destroyed by this? Oh my god, he's absolutely decimating me. Bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop. I still kicked that guy. He still got me. Oh my god, now there's a bat, man. This game's impossibly hard. For me, I suck at this game. Oh my god. I'm really bad at this, I have to say. The guy's like freaking... That guy looks like Zordon when he comes out of his shell. How am I supposed to get that guy? I know, I have to jump over his head probably. I have to go like that. Whoa! Dude, this is too hard. Oh my god. There's like demonic demons attacking me from all angles. There's graveyard. Maybe they're not demonic demons, maybe they're graveyard zombie skeletons. Undead with heads that they're holding on their hands. They look like candles. It looks like they have candle heads that they're holding. There's something in their hands. They're holding... Do you see here they're holding a large mango in their hands? Oh, I'm getting distracted. Whoa, you can jump on the upper levels? Dude, I didn't know that. How come I can't get this freaking dingwad? Also, how did I not get a game over already? I've been killed like 20 times. How come I can't like hit that guy? Like the hitbox. I swear I'm hitting that guy. What's this freaking crazy orb? This game is, I complain the whole time. This is the game you call Nathaniel Superfly Complains. Because he doesn't know how to play this game. Okay. I just killed you, dude. You appeared again? Come on. I have yet to kill one of those flying dingbats. Okay, this, maybe... No, maybe I just have to wait. I'm just gonna wait. Just gonna wait. Okay. Whoa! Now this guy, I'm gonna try to kick... See, that didn't work. He just got me instead, and that's why I don't like that. And you can see that I suck at that game. Okay, it's 8:55. Now I just want a video game stream. Maybe I might eat food after this and then just video game stream Superfly's Lair on like Twitch or something. Or I guess I should stream it on YouTube. Okay, should I play one more game for 5 minutes or should I do what did we learn today? which I didn't set up the segment for what did we learn today. Thank you. I've been very down on myself this stream. The setup was more complex than expected. How come I turned the green screen off? I can't switch between this camera angle, which is my good HD camera. It uses the same switcher that's the video game is coming through. So I have to like turn the green screen on and off every time. So I have to set up a separate scene or something to figure out how that works. Okay. What is Uma Museum? What are we talking about? Are we talking about Uma Thurman? Are we talking about Ursula from The Little Mermaid? What did we learn today? Well, let's see. What did we learn today?
What did we learn today? Did you guys learn anything? What did we learn today? Now you got me wondering, what did we learn today?
Yes. What did we learn today? Al, take it away.
I think today we learned how important it is for the show to have Leo and Phil at the command. Nathaniel Superfly, I love you. You have expert knowledge in the hacker and tech world. And quite frankly, you're a cool video game guy too. I say do Superfly's Lair on the side. Do the streaming show on Thursdays. Do Total Insanity on Tuesdays. There's a nice little setup there. You can protect the stream, you can have some fun, and we can hang out.
That sounds pretty good, dude. That sounds pretty good, dude. Asbestos Albatross, what did you learn today? Oh, I learned that nothing is in the hall. Next time, Leo, maybe set up something that something will happen in the hall and use the hall for purposes for entertainment. Okay. I'm well aware of my of things I could improve. Okay. Skunk Ape, what did you learn today?
To be honest, I didn't learn that much. I learned that you suck at Altered Beast, bro. Man, dude, I'm great at that game.
Yeah, of course you would be, dude. You're a brilliant beast. In the best sense of the word. When I call you a beast, that's in the best sense of the word, my man. Well, dude, it's already 8:59. I want to play more games. I want to play, I want to stream. What am I going to stream later? Am I going to stream Final Fantasy X? Am I going to stream old classic games? Am I going to stream... Oh my god, now that I can hook this up to my PS5, I can play FIFA FC 26. There's so many things that could be played. That's the discussion for another thing. There's so many games to be played. I could play Phantasy Star Online. I could stream Phantasy Star Online and have people join me online while I stream. Anyway. Guys, thanks for keeping it real with Total Insanity. Thanks for checking out the stream today. Thanks for watching. And I would watch every episode. Wait, of what? Of what I'm talking about, or of the next, or of something that Phil mentioned, or of the video games, or I now I want to know so I can have. Thank you. I think I know what you mean, but then I always have to have my questioning mind. With that said, now I'm trying to save a little time so I can get me on the show. I'll do analysis for anime horses. Okay, that seems. Wow. Okay. Next, you heard it first here, anime horses on the horizon. And, well, this has been Superfly's Lair. Welcome to Superfly's domain. This is where I rule. This is where I chat. This is where I hack. This is where I chill. And with that, catch you on the flip side.